Quiznos subs. Visit Quiznos for lunch and dinner to enjoy delicious subs and a variety of soups. Located on Route 3 in Plattsburgh, PSTV would like to thank them for the continued support of our programming.
And welcome back here. We're set for action soon. The men's basketball game as the Plattsburgh State Cardinals will take on the Fredonia Blue Devils. Plattsburgh comes in 13-8, 6-6 in the SUNYAC, and Fredonia comes in 9-12 overall, 4-8 in the SUNYAC. Plattsburgh right now is the 6th seed. They're trying to battle for that 4th playoff spot to get a home game. Fredonia right now is tied for 8th. So I guess they're battling to enter the playoffs. The top 8 teams make the SUNYAC playoffs. And let's go with some players to watch.
Well, my player to watch, in every game I pick someone from the other team, and every game they struggle. So we'll try to keep that trend going. I'm going to go with Taha Alisari. He averages 12.9 points a game, 5.7 rebounds, and 3 assists. So he's got a good all-around game, gets some rebounds, some assists, and is a good team player.
Yeah, and my player to watch is deemed the main event, Chris Gibbs-Smith, number 44. He's averaging close to 18 points, 6 rebounds, and he's shooting 51% from the three-point line. That's amazing. That's good. That's a great weapon to have on your team.
It is. And all right, we're going to now set into an interview that Renee conducted earlier today. Renee?
Enough pre-roll? All right. Hey everyone, I'm Renee here for Cardinal Basketball. I'm here with the coach, Tom Curl. How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
Well, good. Friday you're playing Fredonia, the Blue Devils. Now you played them less than a month ago in Fredonia, lost by 10 points. What do you think you'll do differently this game?
Well, one thing that will be different is that the night before we played Fredonia, we played Cortland. So we had a 6-hour bus ride to Cortland and played a game, and then the next day had an additional 4-hour bus ride from Cortland to Fredonia. So the legs were a little bit of an issue, but I think that we'll maybe pressure them a bit more. We'll try to get the game more up tempo. They want to keep it down at a slower pace and run their sets, and we've got to try to take them out of that a little bit. So we'll try to pick up the tempo a little bit, make them play at our pace, and hopefully it'll be a different result.
Yeah, and especially since you've seen them, Chris Gibbs-Smith had a few amazing games lately. Do you think that might surprise him a little too?
Well, I don't think Chris this is his second year in the conference. I don't think he's going to surprise anybody anymore. I mean, everybody pretty much knows he's a quality player, and it's not going to be a surprise by any stretch. But he's certainly capable of having a big game at any given night. And as we get down to the end of the season here, I think he's real healthy. He's well conditioned, and I think that a lot of that has to do with the success he's having is the fact that he's 100% healthy at this point.
Okay. Now, another question I had for you was Travis Gorham. He's new to the team this year. He's your top rebounder. Are we going to be seeing some action from him this game?
Well, we hope Travis will be back. He's been out for the last few games and probably could have played Tuesday night, but it wasn't a conference game, so we decided to hold him out one more night so that again that he can get 100% healthy. And when Travis is ready to go, we'll definitely have him out there. So if it's Friday night, then we'll make sure he's on the floor.
Okay, and since he's not playing, I noticed last game your total rebounds was significantly lower than the very first game you played against Geneseo. I believe it was 46 rebounds.
Well, that was Hartwick. Was our
Hartwick. Geneseo was the last game. So do you think that that's played a role in?
Well, rebounds are it's a deceiving statistic a little bit, simply because you miss more shots, there's more rebounds to be had. So we're a little bit more efficient offensively. We're shooting at a higher percentage, so there's less rebounds to be had. That being said, we're certainly a better rebounding team with Travis in the lineup than without him. He's prior to being hurt, he was the leading rebounder in the conference, and he's still in the top 3. So when he comes back, we'll be a better rebounding team. But some of the numbers, you just can't just simply go by numbers, because we're more efficient. We're shooting a higher percentage of our shots, and we're shooting fewer shots per game too.
Well, yeah, that's good. Also, the percentages makes a huge difference. So, all right. Well, thank you. I wish you the best of luck in Friday's game and Saturday against Buff State. So.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Renee. Bobby Wilbur alongside Michael Cameron and Matt Wolf for men's basketball. Earlier today, the Plattsburgh Cardinals lost to Fredonia in women's basketball. What are some thoughts of that game?
That was a really tough game for the Cardinals, because Fredonia came out with an amazing shooting touch. They were making everything from the field. I didn't really notice that many three-pointers that they were shooting. They were displaying all shooting ability all within the, on the floor, within the three-point line. You don't really see that often, the mid-range shot.
It felt to me like the first half, it was kind of back and forth, close for a while, and then it kind of opened up in the second, toward the end of the first half. And Fredonia was able to take a pretty good-sized advantage going into the second half. And then it kind of stayed stagnant, back and forth, 10, 13-point deficit. Plattsburgh just never really got any runs going offensively, never really strung together a lot of baskets to get back in the game.
It was the Fredonia girls team was a very good shooting team, as we could see, and they're hitting their shots. And Plattsburgh played some better defense in the second half to cut the lead down to 10, but really just couldn't get back into it. Lynette Cray, she hurt her ankle first, seconds in as she entered the game on defense, was jumping around, twisted her ankle. She was out for the whole half, but came out strong in the second half with 9 points. Inomata was second on the team with 10. She was our stat person of the game. All of us were wrong. I said 9, so I was close. Matt said 12. He was very close also. Cameron said 14.
Yeah, I was off again.
I was hoping for that one more basket.
One more basket.
One more basket would have had it. Didn't work out.
And on Fredonia's side,
just my luck this year.
Bleeker was great. She finished with 18 points, 10 rebounds. And she really showed her outside shot. She's a 6-foot guard, which is very tall for females.
Yeah, this is actually the second game she's had a really strong game against Plattsburgh. The first time they played, she had 23 points. So, they weren't able to do anything different, apparently, to stop her this time.
All right, now we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with men's action coming up.
Basketball is brought to you by an underwriting grant from Quiznos Subs. Visit Quiznos for lunch and dinner to enjoy delicious subs and a variety of soups. Located on Route 3 in Plattsburgh, PSTV would like to thank them for their continued support of our programming.
All right, welcome back. Just a couple minutes set before action begins. What are some keys to success, you think, for Plattsburgh?
I think they're going to have to control the ball. Definitely control the boards. I think that's the biggest. That'll be their biggest thing to do. Travis Gorham's going to have to take over the middle, and the offense will be run through Gibbs Smith, I'm assuming.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I would use his all the distraction that he gives to the other team. They're all going to go right to him. What's he going to do? Is he going to shoot it? and he can get his teammates involved early. I think that's the way to go.
To me, it's all about offense. We've seen Plattsburgh State be an offensive-minded team. Three-point line's a big weapon for them, and just all-around good shooting. That's been what's kept them in a lot of these games against tough opponents. And every game's been close lately. They've had 2-point decisions within conference play, and it's been mostly their offense that's kept them in these games.
They have been playing a lot of close games as of late. These two teams met back in January at Fredonia. It was a Fredonia victory, 61-51. And what Curtis Smith said, that it's in the SUNYAC conference, it's very hard to win on the road here. So that's why I said they weren't too upset about the loss, because it's any road victory is a great one, so it's really tough. Let's for Saturday night, what do you want to predict? What do you want to try and guess? Whose point total?
I want to predict Gibbs Smith's, because remember the last game we did.
Yeah, 34 points, 27 in the first half.
He just went off in that game. So
what do you say?
I think we should do his.
All right.
He's averaging 18.
Averaging 18 points per game.
Carry the 2. I'm going to say 25.
25.
Well,
I don't know. That's a lot.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
25.
go a little bit less. I'm going to say 21.
21. I always seem to go a little bit lower than all you guys. I'll go about with his average. I'll say 18. What did you say, 5?
I would have gone with 5 if I were you.
I like this, though. There's a little bit more of a separation between so there's a little bit more of a window.
So what were those? So Cameron, you said what? 25.
Yeah.
I
You
went
said
21.
I was just going to try to change everything.
And I said 18. I caught you. I remember it. I remember it after you said it.
Never forget.
I'm crazy. Oh, I'm crazy.
Some stars for this Fredonia team. Tim Anderson comes in. He averages 13 points and 5.3 rebounds. And now we'll send it down to the PA announcer for your starting lineups and the national anthem.
Let's meet the starting lineups. First for Fredonia. At forward, a senior from Jamestown, New York, number 30, Tim Anderson. At forward, a senior from Franklinville, New York, number 24, Devin Watkins. At center, a sophomore from Canandaigua, New York, number 42, Kyle Gordon. At guard, a junior from Brooklyn, New York, number 10, Taha Al-Asari. And at guard, a senior from Olean, New York, number 23, Chris Donahue. The Blue Devils are coached by Kevin Moore. He is assisted by Steve Hout and Kane Kelly. And now, the starters for your Plattsburgh State Cardinals. At guard, a junior from Chattagay, New York, number 3, Jared Dumont. At guard, a sophomore from Brooklyn, New York, number 11, Anthony Williams. At forward, a sophomore from Bridgeport, Connecticut, number 21, Travis Gorham. At forward, a senior from Innisburg Falls, Vermont, number 41, Brian Hatch. And at forward, a senior from Rochester, New York, number 44, Chris Gibbs Smith. The Cardinals are coached by Tom Curl. He is assisted by Cameron Conover, Curtis Smith, and Mike Flynn. The referees for tonight's game are Jeff Mungin, Kevin Garrity, and Tim Harris. Fans, please rise and join us as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And we're back here, set for action, and Travis Gorham, who missed the past couple of games with an ankle injury, is back. As you heard in the interview, head coach Tom Curl said he should be back, that he could have possibly played on Tuesday, but because it was a non-conference game, didn't matter anything in the SUNYAC standings, that they decided to give him the extra game's rest.
Yeah, there's no doubt that was a good decision. You don't want to get hurt any further in a game that doesn't really mean anything to your season.
And the tip is controlled by Fredonia. It's Alisari. Over to Anderson. Now it's Donahue for 3.
Fredonia starting it off early.
With the jump shot like the ladies did. Anthony Williams being guarded by Anderson. Over to Gorham. Now here's the main event. Williams will reset with 20 on the shot clock. Fredonia here in the zone. Over to Gibbs Smith in the corner. Williams will take a 3-pointer. No good, and it's Watkins with the rebound. Donahue thought about taking another 3 from the same spot. Alisari being guarded by DeMott. Down low to Gordon.
Oh.
15 on the shot clock.
I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, little crossover. That was pretty.
I don't know if you saw that. Gibbs Smith had the ball passed right around his back. If he swung his arm easily, he would have tipped it.
Gibbs Smith open for 3. Count it.
Like I said, he shoots 50% from 3-point, and
that's an amazing stat.
That really shooting 50%. That's NBA status.
Yeah,
no one shoots like that.
Not many shooters in the NBA even can shoot 50% from 3. But it's
Jordan
a little further back. But Jordan
that's
never could.
50%. I don't think.
That's like Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
I don't even think he had that higher percentage.
It's probably pretty close.
I just wanted to get a Jordan crack there.
You don't like Jordan?
No.
How could you know you're not like Jordan?
You like Kobe, but you don't like
Jordan.
Jordan.
It's the same reason people don't like Kobe.
But Kobe
so he's
tried to beat Jordan.
No.
Anyway, back to action here. Anderson missed the 3-pointer. That's Plattsburgh ball. Williams over to DeMont. Nice bounce past the hatch from Travis Gorham.
Nice. Plattsburgh's doing a really good job sharing the ball right now. They have to, if they can continue that through the game, the game will be more in their favor.
Here is Anderson. He's their leading scorer.
Early in the game, it looks like Fredonia's very patient offense. It looks like they're not going to take any stupid shots, and they're going to use a lot of the shot clock.
Well, that's what Tom Curl said, is that they want to try to go with a fast pace because this Fredonia team likes the half-court action. They like working their sets and slowing the game down. And he said for Plattsburgh to be successful, they're going to have to try to keep up the pace.
Yeah, like that time it went down to 2 on the shot clock before they even took a shot. They've used at least 20 seconds each time they've come down.
Yep, and that's what you do. You use the entire play. Use the entire play clock, and you try to take the other team out of their comfort zone.
Crowd is getting pretty packed here in Memorial Hall. Gibbs Smith down the hatch, kick out to DeMont, back to Gibbs Smith. Thought he was going to take that 3. He'll drive. Oh, good find to Gorham down low, and he finishes.
See, they're right there. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Gibbs Smith commands so much respect out there on the floor that. Right there. Yeah.
Anderson being guarded by Gibbs Smith. Plattsburgh going with a man defense. Watkins hits a 3.
Nice job by Gorham trying to get there, trying to get the block, but he's just half a second too late.
I'd be tempted to put on a press here just to get him out of the rhythm.
Gibbs Smith for 3 again.
Try and create some quick turnovers.
I tell you, it looks like it's not even. He's just shooting those 3s with ease.
Gibbs Smith had 33 points and 8 boards on Tuesday's game at Middlebury, and we'll recap those games in just a moment for you, the past 3 games while Plattsburgh went on the road. Anderson misses a 3, but the rebound goes to Gordon. Now here's Anderson, top of the key. 15:40 left to go here in this first half. Gordon banging bodies with Hatch, puts up a baby hook, and he gets a friendly roll. And Plattsburgh will push the vision. Now he'll reset. It looks like Gibb Smith is feeling it again tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Gorham kick out to Anthony Williams. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Williams will kick it out to Gibb Smith. He's open for three again. That one runs out, and it's Gordon with the board.
I think it's must be really frustrating not being able to see that shot clock on that side.
Yeah, I think
As we were saying in the women's game, the shot clock is broken on the Plattsburgh side right now, and you have to rely on your teammates on the other end to scream out.
I wonder if Fredonia has recognized finally they need to guard Gibb Smith at all times.
Gordon misses that baby hook. Williams over to DeMott, down low to Hatch. I thought DeMott was going to take that three-pointer in the corner.
He's a good three-point shooter,
That's
too.
a bad pass by DeMott. Into traffic to try to find Gorham. I don't like that pass.
I'd send it right back into Gibb Smith. He's feeling it clearly.
Yeah, I haven't really worked any of the offensive sets for him. It's all just been passes. He's been left open at the three-pointer. And Watkins hits another three.
But I've been very impressed with the Fredonia ball movement so far. I mean, they've been able to get open shots every time pretty much. Plattsburgh's defense is going to have to tighten up.
Yeah, it's just like how it was mentioned before about how they're really a half-court set team.
Dietz set to come in for the Cards. Adam Smith set to come in for the Blue Devils. Williams down low to Hatch. Now kick out Gibb Smith, left alone a little bit. He's going to drive off the glass, and it rims in. I think Watkins just got a charge call, but didn't get any call. Gibb Smith just said, nice try.
And Gibb Smith is so quick and just he's so agile and big that he can do that.
He now has 8 points. And it's an offensive foul. Yep, it's Kyle Gordon with the offensive foul. Dietz in, Hatch out. So Plattsburgh will go with a quicker, smaller lineup. And Adam Smith comes in for Kyle Gordon. 13:05 left to go here in this opening half, or in our second game of this basketball doubleheader on a Friday in Plattsburgh. Well, thank you for watching us. You have other options. This opening ceremonies of the Winter Olympics going on right now.
And we're glad you're tuned in here.
Winter Olympics in Torino. Gibb Smith finds Gorham, kick out to DeMott. There's Dietz, 8 seconds on the shot clock. You probably can hear the bench screaming to him. DeMott finds Gorham, and he puts it in traffic.
Great pass. You see that round the back from DeMott was great.
Smith over to Watkins. Excuse me, that was Donahue. Now Alisari, he's been quiet here in this first half. Over to Smith. Smith loses it and is called for charging.
That looked like he was trying to score a touchdown. But he didn't break the plane, apparently.
One could argue Ben Roethlisberger did in the Super Bowl either.
Yeah, he broke the plane, they said. No, I do not think so.
He actually admitted later that he said he did not score the touchdown, Ben Roethlisberger. But I was happy because, you know, people do the Super Bowl boxes. Because of that score, I won $20.
Excellent.
Congratulations. We don't condone gambling here, though.
It wasn't gambling, it was just good old fun. Now DeMott for three, back of the iron, and Smith with the rebound over Dietz.
Like the lottery, just good old-fashioned fun.
Yeah.
Alisari with the kiss off the glass.
You know, I like the bank shot. Does he remind you of Tony Parker?
I was just going to say that.
He does look like Tony Parker.
He's the Tony Parker lookalike.
And Dietz called for charging.
Oof. Wish he was Tony Parker, and we see Ivo Longoria in the crowd here.
Carl didn't like the charging call, and he's letting the ref hear it. He was a little annoyed. The ref sort of walked away when he was trying to talk to him.
It's really weird in that interview Renee had with us. He was so calm in the interview.
I thought it was funny. Renee asked a good question about how the teams had less rebounds as of recently. And he made the comment, well, that means they're making more shots.
Yep.
It's a three-pointer by Fredonia, no good. That was Donahue for three.
He had the first three-pointer to start the game.
Vision kick out to Gibbs Smith, now Dietz. Now here's Williams in the corner.
Oh.
It seems like this Fredonia team is giving this Plattsburgh team the outside shot, that they can take the outside shot whenever they want.
And that's a poor decision by Fredonia. Plattsburgh State's a very good outside shooting team. Pretty much anyone on the court right now, except for maybe Gorham, can hit a three-pointer.
And
sometimes he fakes it.
And Gorham has hit a few. Anderson called for the charge on Jared DeMont.
I tell you, DeMont is one of those players that just does everything. He reminds a lot of same things like Gorham does. He does a lot of the little things that could change the course of the game. And coaches love seeing their players taking charges.
Oh yeah, they love that.
That's what they love the most, because that's the one thing that they can teach. It's harder to get the players to do that.
Just over 10 minutes to go here. Williams over to Antoine Miller, who just checked in. He replaces Jared DeMont. Dietz over to Miller. He'll take that three-pointer. No good. Anderson up high for the board. Halfway through here in this first half of action.
The way this first half is going so far, it's definitely plays right into Fredonia's hands. 17-13, we're halfway through. That's on pace for only about 30 a half. It'll be about 60 for the game.
Gibbs Smith is tackled down, no call. Lost the ball, but was last touched by Fredonia, so it will be Plattsburgh ball. (17-13) here. Bobby Welber, Michael Cameron, Matt Wolf here at Memorial Hall on the campus of Plattsburgh State. You're watching PSTV programming.
It's a good setting you just delivered. It was a cold night in Plattsburgh.
Williams for three. Dietz up high for the rebound. He was fouled. It's a non-shooting foul, so it will be a side out for Plattsburgh. It's Chris Donahue of Fredonia with the foul. And Tony Parker, or Alisaria, will check back in for Fredonia.
It's funny, whenever we do these games, I can always find one player on the court that I can say resembles an NBA player.
He's actually from Brooklyn, New York. Actually got a cheer from this crowd when he was announced. A lot of Brooklyn people up here in Plattsburgh. Dietz for three, rims in. Watkins being guarded by Dietz.
Looks like they almost lost it there.
Yep. Mike Kelly, now Anderson with 15 on the shot clock. And Dietz with the rebound. Anderson was trying to feed Watkins. Watkins just wasn't paying attention. He was going to cut somewhere else. Dietz open for three. Count it, and the foul.
Oh, that got the crowd alive.
This crowd is going insane now.
Going nuts.
With the exception of a dunk, that play right there, when a player nails a three and gets fouled in the process and goes down and it goes in, amazing.
And before Dietz will get to shoot his free throw, it's a Fredonia timeout. That gives us a quick opportunity to recap the games. On Friday, February 3rd, Plattsburgh traveled to Geneseo, and they defeated the Blue Knights by a score of 66-59. Anthony Williams led all scorers with 16 points, and Chris Gibbs-Smith and Antoine Miller each had 10. The Cars trailed at halftime, were able to come back with some great free throw shooting, finishing with an 82% mark from the charity line. Then on Saturday, Plattsburgh traveled to Brockport, and in a seesaw battle, Brockport came out on top 86-84, snapping Plattsburgh's 4-game winning streak. Chris Gibbs-Smith led the Cards with 21 points. All 5 Brockport starters scored in double figures, including their nemesis Ben Bellucci with a game-high 26 points. And with 7 seconds remaining, Plattsburgh had a chance to tie, but Anthony Williams' jumper did not fall, giving Brockport the victory. Then on Tuesday, Plattsburgh rounded out the road trip against Middlebury in a non-conference game. Chris Gibbs-Smith finished with 33 points and 8 boards, which propelled the Cards to an 86-76 victory. Anthony Williams added 16 points and 8 boards, while Brian Hatch and Mike Dietz scored 11 points apiece. So that's your recap of the Plattsburgh road trip. 2 wins and a sad, heartbreaking loss to Brockport, 86-84. It's a game Chris Gibbs-Smith said it could have went either way. A couple more shots made by Plattsburgh and they would have had it. Brockport right now is the 3 seed. Dietz completes the 4-point play. Plattsburgh the 6 seed, trying to sneak into that 4th seed to get a home playoff game. Plattsburgh going with the full court press, and they have almost had a steal. Dietz had it, but just couldn't grab it as the ball went out of bounds.
They had him right there. That trap was a beautiful trap, and that frustrates the player. If you're in that situation where you're trapped right in the corner, that frustrates you so much.
Jared Lowe in and Chris Gibbs-Smith out. 8:15 left to go here in this first half.
I really like this defensive strategy because Fredonia hasn't really had any turnovers in this game, it seems. And they got to create some. They got a big lead going into the half.
Plattsburgh's doing a really good job. That they're pressuring when the ball's being brought up, and that's really great.
Oh, sorry, hits a 3. He's got a pretty crossover. It's the second time he was able to create a space because of his crossover. He beat DeMott earlier and just beat Williams there.
And that's really tough to beat DeMott because he is the defensive specialist on the team.
Dietz hits another 3. It's his 3rd of the night, and he has 10 points. It's 27-16, Plattsburgh lead out. Sorry, from way downtown, can't connect, and Gorham with a couple taps gets the rebound. Dietz is calling for it. He's feeling it. He's in the corner again. That one doesn't fall.
His shot might be a little better than Tony Parker's.
Fredonia will slow things down, as is their game plan.
Well, you can't slow it down too much now when you're down 11 points.
That's true.
And you don't want to slow it down against Fredonia.
Anderson's pass is picked off by Antoine Miller. Anthony Williams lays it up and in. His first point of the night.
They're going to have to come out of character and try to get quicker shots. They can't continue to waste 20, 25 seconds every possession when you're down by this much.
Plattsburgh's doing a great job.
It's Gorham with a steal. He's got one man to beat. He's fouled by that man. Shot does not fall, but Gorham will go to the line and shoot 2.
He's playing for the crowd, doing push-ups.
I never understood the push-up ritual.
Oh, that's pretty much just saying,
just a little
hey,
cockiness showing I'm okay. No heart, no foul.
Yeah.
Can't hurt
I'm
me.
okay. I just got knocked down, and I'm going to work out on your time.
Pretty much it's mocking the player who fouled him. Pretty much saying it didn't hurt me. Gorham hits on the first. Ricky Ryder in, and Anthony Williams out.
I thought it was more of like I dropped a pass in football. I'm going to do push-ups because to punish myself.
No.
I guess I am mistaken.
Now that's really crazy because the refs actually could have called the taunting foul on him, couldn't they?
I think so, they could have. Misses the second. It's Kyle Gordon with the rebound, but Antoine Miller with a steal.
I tell you, the Cardinals are just beating Fredonia to everything.
Ricky Ryder's going to drive over the Gorham, and he finishes.
I tell you, Fredonia, they can't stop. They can't stop the inside game of Plattsburgh.
Or the outside game.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, Gibbs Smith is on the bench, and the lead has grown.
It seems like this. Is this a run? I mean, it doesn't seem like they've scored in a while.
This is a big run from Plattsburgh.
I believe 15, I think it was 17-16 at one time, wasn't it?
Could have been.
I believe so. I think it's a 15-0 run right now.
Antoine Miller. Ryder for 3. Short. Anderson with the rebound.
I mean, Fredonia, their game plan is pretty much to do the half-court sets and run the clock out and get a good shot, but Plattsburgh's doing a really good job of just getting in the passing lanes and not letting them do that.
And Fredonia will call a timeout.
Coach Curl wanted well, he didn't want that timeout because the ball was already inbounded. But he bent a little bit for him.
Have to be impressed with this Cardinals play.
Yeah, they're distributing the ball well. They're shooting amazing.
On Thursday, February the 16th, Plattsburgh Student Services Corps will be sponsoring a CVPH blood drive in the Angel College Center on the Plattsburgh State campus starting at 11 a.m. Guys gonna give some blood?
No, not intentionally.
I'm not a big fan of, I know Cameron mentioned this earlier, how he doesn't like needles.
No.
I'm not a big fan of giving blood either. I've done it before.
Yeah, we don't want to save anybody's life here.
It's a great thing, and I respect
it is.
do it.
I've done it before.
And I've done it before, it's just a little.
We used to have one at my high school, and I did it every year then. Maybe I'll go check it out.
Yeah, I used to be able
blood.
I couldn't even get an allergy shot without having to have the window open, and I could not drive afterwards, and it was rough. That was in rough shape.
The last time I gave blood, I didn't feel too well, so that's why I haven't done
The
it
key is
again.
to look away from the needle. That's the key. If you do that,
I can't help it.
don't even think of
I just think of it. It's a weapon coming at me.
Get somebody over there to talk to you. You know.
Should have thought about the razor as a weapon before you shaved your head, or allowed your buddies to shave your head.
Yeah. Didn't even see it coming.
I believe it was your idea.
Yeah. That's what the rumor is.
Anton Miller drives, kicks out to Jared Lowe for 3, and almost rimmed in. And it's Fredonia knocked it out of bounds, so it'll be Plattsburgh ball.
Looks like Coach Curl is going to
Bring the main event back in.
bring him back in, but I really don't see a big importance to have him in.
Dietz got free on the corner. He was calling for it. Now Jared Lowe to Dietz in the corner for 3. Oh, that one rimmed out also.
This is basically the same situation we had from Bleecker, from the women's game earlier. They need to keep someone on Dietz at all times because he obviously has the shot working tonight.
Fredonia working the passing game. It's Gordon down low. Now here's Donahue for 3. Count it, that's right where he hit the first one.
Looks like almost the entire offense from Fredonia is from the three-point line. And obviously that's the quickest way to get back in the game. I think most of their makes, they probably have 4 or 5 threes at least.
Head coach Kevin Moore, Fredonia wanted a carry call on Antoine Miller.
I don't think I've ever seen a carry called here before.
And Tim Anderson's called for a foul on Mike Dietz. Fredonia, that foul puts Fredonia in the bonus, so Dietz will go to line and shoot 1 and 1.
Wow, that is quite a big foul discrepancy. They have 7. Plattsburgh only has 1.
Plattsburgh's doing a really good job. They really don't have to. They're not really guarding man-to-man very closely because all they're doing, like, all their turnovers have come from crowding the passing lanes and getting steals.
Also, Plattsburgh has certainly been the more aggressive team. Fredonia's entire offense has been outside. They haven't tried to drive hardly at all, and they've only had a few plays in the post. So I guess the foul discrepancy makes a lot of sense.
Dietz hits on both. Now Gibbs Smith comes in for Mike Dietz.
That's quite a substitution. Sub out very hot player for this game with Gibbs Smith.
I wonder a little bit about that, why they take Dietz out after he's made 3 threes already.
It's a three-pointer by Fredonia. There's Mike Kelly, and then a foul. I believe it's on Hatch. It is Hatch. It's a non-shooting foul. Side out for Fredonia. Oh, just over 3 minutes to go here in this first half. Alisari inbounds to Kelly. And Alisari will slow things down for Fredonia. Kelly takes a 3. That's good. You're right, this whole team really loves to shoot the 3.
Yes, that we've established. Guys, move on.
What are you trying to say?
It's not going to continue. If they rely on the 3, it's not going to work.
Gibbs Smith working the post. Baby hook falls. He now has 10. That looked too easy for Gibbs Smith down there.
Yeah, he definitely has a size advantage. He's the same size as the centers for Fredonia.
Gibbs Smith listed at 6'6". 15 seconds on the shot clock. Kelly running one-hander, doesn't fall.
Oh, Kelly,
awkward looking shot right there.
Yeah, I think Kelly knew he was waiting for a block coming, so he threw it up as fast as he could. And I don't blame him.
1:50 left to go. Here's Antoine Williams. Let's drive the left side. Reverse layup falls. I'd like to thank Quiznos Subs for their continuing support of Plattsburgh State basketball.
And now is when I become hungry. Thank you, Bobby.
Baby hook from Gordon.
I haven't seen much of that, much of the inside game from Fredonia yet.
Gibbs Smith in the post. He's gonna work the post again. Almost has the ball stripped. It is stripped, and Fredonia comes up with his dive for it. And
what happened to the
I think
jump?
Fredonia got the timeout before the jump ball was called.
Is there no jump ball call anymore? I remember the last game we watched, they called a jump ball because someone was holding the ball and another player grazed it. But now we have a crazy mayhem, but I don't know. Win in Rome.
Cardinal basketball, I'd like to congratulate the Plattsburgh State Lady Cardinals. They won 4-1 over Middlebury Wednesday. Thanks to the fans, Stafford Ice Arena set a new Division III record with 1,736 people in attendance. That's pretty impressive.
That's a lot of people.
That is 736 more than their goal was. I believe their goal was 1,000 for that
Yeah, their
game.
goal was 1,000. They promoted it, and it worked. A lot of fans showed up, showed support for this school. A lot of Plattsburgh people also. Like not just students, there was a lot of, as Renee mentioned in the women's game, said classes sent field trips and got together, like a lot of elementary school students there as well.
That's crazy, 1,736. And I always get a hot dog when I go, so imagine if everyone's like me. You know, that's a lot of hot dogs.
It's a lot of hot dogs. Under a minute to play here in this opening half. Mike Kelly open for 3. Nope.
I wonder if they have 1,700 plus hot dogs in their stock.
Do.
I don't know. That's a lot of hot dogs. And after the missed shot, Hatch was called for a foul, a push-off. Plattsburgh's third team foul.
We'll have to ask the good people at Campus Dining Services about that.
Dietz will enter, Hatch out. Inbounds to Watkins. Thought about taking a deep 3. Now he'll take a 3 in the eye of Williams. Gibbs Smith up high, knocked it around. Antoine Williams comes up with the loose ball. 38 seconds to play. Ricky Ryder almost lost it, recovers, now gets it to Gibbs Smith. 25 on the shot clock, 32 on the game, and they'll reset.
This is a good play. Definitely slow it down and just go take the last shot here.
Well, there's still about a 5-second shot clock to game clock differential, so Fredonia will get the ball. And it's Williams for 3.
Oh.
Count it. And almost a foul. He fell down, but no call.
That's why he earned the nickname The Vision.
41-26 Plattsburgh. Final 10 seconds. Mike Kelly crossed his midcourt.
I wonder what they're going to do. Shoot a 3?
Alisari, he's going to drive. Jumper is good, and that's how this half will end with a 41-28 Plattsburgh advantage. Plattsburgh's playing well on both sides of the court. Offense, defense, inside, outside. They seem to be hitting all their shots.
They definitely are. Plattsburgh is just playing amazing. Offensively and defensively, they're getting it done.
Yeah, I've been very impressed. I mean, they're doing everything well. Fredonia hasn't been able to get any penetration, and they've been knocking down a lot of outside shots, and everything's going well for them.
Smith's got 10 points right now.
Almost on pace for 21.
Almost on, you're right. He hasn't got a shot.
Gonna need 15. Yeah, 15 more.
15 more to get to your
He
score.
better do them quick, because this game might become one of those games where we see a lot of the backups.
You're right. Mike Dietz has 10 points off the bench. He played very well, hit a bunch of 3-pointers. And I guess now we'll send it down to Curtis Smith, who's with Renee. Renee?
Thank you. I'm Renee Bonneau here courtside with Plattsburgh's own assistant coach, Curtis Smith. Now, Curtis, what do you think made the difference of this half? I mean, the first time you played Fredonia, 10 points. What made the difference today?
Like I told Bobby and the crew earlier, I told him it's all about intensity and how you come out. And I think we came out with a great deal of intensity in the first couple of minutes, and we really settled ourselves down. And it was all about, they play a good 3-2 zone. It was all about, like last game, we didn't have too many ball fakes and too much movement, and we just shooting threes. Now it's inside, outside, and I think we did a pretty good game plan for the first half. We just got to pick it a little more up, and, a couple tweaks here and there, but we're doing pretty good. 41-28. Can't be mad at that, so we're doing real good.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think they're going to do to adjust during this halftime?
I think they'll probably go man a little if the score get a couple up to 20 or whatever. But we just got to keep playing smart basketball. It ain't what they do, it's what we do. So to maintain the whole focus of the game. So.
All right. Well, thank you, Curtis.
All right,
we'll see you in the second half.
All right.
Good luck. All right. Thank you. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Renee. It's a 41-28 Plattsburgh lead. We'll be back for the second half action in just a moment. See you then.
Quiznos subs. Visit Quiznos for lunch and dinner to enjoy delicious subs and a variety of soups. Located on Route 3 in Plattsburgh, PSTV would like to thank them for the continued support of our programming.
Welcome back here. Almost set for second half action. Plattsburgh leads 41-28 over Fredonia. And in the first half, Plattsburgh was led by Mike Dietz off the bench with 12. And then Chris Gibbs-Smith and Anthony Williams both had 10. Gibbs-Smith had 10 points on 4 of 5 shooting, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. On the other side, Fredonia was led by, with 7 points. And he was our player to watch. And their next leading scorer, Fredonia, Tim Anderson, was held just to 3 points.
Looked like he was frustrated most of the game.
He looked very frustrated.
The Cardinals are playing very good defense on him. And a very balanced offensive attack from the Cardinals.
It's only been really three or four players who have all the points.
Yeah.
Like you can expect it to come from Gibbs Smith, but then it's those other 1 or 2 players you don't know.
And Gorham always has 7 points and 5 rebounds. He's always close to a double-double in every contest. Comes in averaging 7.9 points per game, 8.8 rebounds per game.
He's the garbage man. He
Double
does
single.
all the things that need to be done.
Anthony Williams with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Dietz finds Hatch. He's fouled. Shot doesn't go, but Hatch will go to the line and shoot 2.
Great pass by Dietz right there. It looked like he was going to take a shot, but then he saw Hatch was really close to the basket, had a good look.
All they can say is before the shot, so it will be side out.
Oh, that looked like it was during the
yeah,
shot.
definitely.
Tough call there against Plattsburgh.
Oh, I would give it to Gibbs Smith. He has a clear height advantage over Tony Parker over there.
I need Gibbs Smith to get 11, but I'm pretty sure only get 9 because that's just kind of the way it goes for me.
DeMott for 3, open in the corner, that falls. Plattsburgh hit 7 3-pointers in the first half, 7 of 16. Fredonia also took a lot of 3-pointers. They took 14 and hit 6 of them.
But both teams are shooting pretty good percentage from the 3-point line.
Alisari. Being guarded by DeMott. 18:40 left to go in this game. Almost a Plattsburgh steal. It's loose. Anderson comes up with it. Anderson's going to take a 3 with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Shot does not fall. Hatch there for the rebound. Dietz thought about that 3. He'll drive. Kick out to DeMott, who's open for 3 in the other corner. Front of the rim. And after a couple tips, it's Alisar with the board.
Oh, that's
and then
a foul?
He's fouled by DeMott.
There's a little bump running up court. I wouldn't call that I don't think I would have called that a foul. He really didn't disrupt his path or anything.
DeMott's second foul. Gordon over to Anderson. I wonder if it could have been Chris Gibbs Smith defense that has Anderson baffled.
It must be, because I don't know, like Anderson's really tall, skinny, and Gibbs Smith is really, really much bigger. And he has the quickness of Anderson, so probably causes a lot of problems.
Plattsburgh swinging the ball everywhere now. It's Dietz, loses it. Loose ball, and it's Gibbs Smith who gets it. Take a jumper. That does not fall, and it's Gordon with the rebound.
But I really like the ball movement there by Plattsburgh before the inevitable turnover, but they were zipping it around. They weren't dribbling at all.
Yep, they're doing a really good job of just hustling.
Watkins misses a 3. There's Plattsburgh. Williams will bring it back out.
They missed Dietz there running down court open.
Yep, Dietz he's been really cutting a lot. He's had a lot of looks on in the paint.
Oh, DeMott gave up that pass too quickly, had Gibbs Smith cutting to the other corner. Dietz, mid-range jumper, rims out.
But that's still good execution. They were able to get a nice little shot against the zone. That's exactly where you try to go, right around the free throw line for open jumpers.
Exactly, you can't complain about that. They got the open shot, they ran a play, and it worked. The ball just didn't go in.
Over to Gordon, and he's going to be fouling Dietz. Dietz didn't do anything.
Apparently it's, enough to just stand there and get a call.
Apparently maybe someone else called that spot, I don't know.
Donahue back to Alisari. There's Matt Moore. He's from Fredonia. Alisari kick out to Moore. Thought about the three. Now back to Alisari. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Alisari loses it. Kicks it out to Donahue for three. And it rims in.
Number 20 rethought about that three-point attempt when he saw Gibbs Smith in the air ready to block it.
Hatch loses it, and Donahue with the steal. Cross-court pass knocked out of bounds by Williams, breaking up the fast break.
Right into the hands of our camera guy, Big Ken Deo.
Deo. I was wondering, he has had to get that growing up.
Oh
all
yeah.
the time. Mid-range jumper from Donahue does not fall.
It looks like they held a team meeting around Gibbs Smith after he came down with that rebound.
Back to Gibbs Smith. Back to DeMont.
Oh.
Williams could have took
He
that
had his
three-pointer.
defender.
Oh, blocked by
Good block.
Fredonia. Williams, I thought maybe could have taken that three and like
Reggie Miller started that up. He loved doing that. He'd do the pump fake. As soon as they got in there, he'd lean into him and shoot it.
Yep.
Yeah, I never really liked Reggie Miller because of that.
Oh, nice. Defense by Fredonia. He was able to steal the ball and throw it off Travis Gorham.
That was an excellent play. Usually you see somebody call a timeout in a situation like that, but he just had the wherewithal to throw it off the guy.
That's
Save
old
the
school.
timeout.
That's old school stuff.
14:30 left to go. Anderson still being guarded by Gibbs Smith. Now Anderson 4-3. Rims out, loose ball. Who's going to come up with it? It's Fredonia right now, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Fredonia.
That was excellent hustle by Fredonia right there. I always love it when I see any player dive on the floor for a loose ball.
Coaches love that also.
Coaches love it too, yeah.
Yep, that's how in the NBA Derek Fisher got the nickname the Mop. He's always on the floor.
Mike Kelly down low. And pass. Ooh, last touch by DeMont. I didn't see he touched that, but obviously the ref has a better view than I have. So Kelly will inbound with 22 seconds on the shot clock. 14 minutes left here in this second half of our second game of our doubleheader. Anderson's shot can't fall, and he's really having an off day tonight. Oh, Dietz had a pretty drive, but a wild shot, and then he fouls Kelly, and that's, I believe, Dietz' third personal.
It looked like on that play, the defender was trying to cause a charge, and he kind of juked away from it in midair to get the shot up without getting the charge.
Antoine Miller set to return. Next dead whistle. Kenzie thought about taking that three. No. Reset. 15 on the shot clock. Oh, Kenzie ran into by Dietz. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, Watkins jumper is off, and it's a Plattsburgh rebound. Anthony Williams pushing over to DeMont.
It appears the hot shooting from the first half is not existent in the second half.
They're not. They aren't really going to anyone.
Yeah, they're not working it. Well, here's Gibbs Smith now, but they haven't really given him much of an opportunity. Fall away jumper. Couple bounces off the rim. Oh, Tim Anderson stole the rebound from Gorham.
You got to believe Chris Gibbs Smith can get a better shot there.
Yeah.
I don't like the fadeaway at all. I know he can probably make it, but I don't like the shot selection.
And Tom Kroll will call a timeout. In other SUNY action tonight, Brockport battles SUNY IT. Buffalo State at Potsdam. Oneonta at Geneseo, and New Paltz travels to Oswego. Upcoming schedule for your Cardinals. We'll be back here tomorrow as Plattsburgh battles Buffalo State. And then on Friday, next Friday, go to New Paltz, and then Saturday at Oneonta. You can catch all of the home games, not only on PSTV, but also aired on WQKE 93.9 FM. So tune in on game days on the radio when you can't get to a TV.
Nothing better than listening to Cardinals hoops on those long car rides home.
Are the cheerleaders line dancing?
I think so. Line dancing to the Cardinal Joe. Always a fan of Cardinal Joe. They played at Yankee games after the 7th inning stretch. But not really into this. Berkey in attendance. He's starting to get down.
You can't contain it.
Berkey. Berkey is not an intimidating mascot at all. I think he's cute.
No, he's not a scary Cardinal.
Gotta give him some talons. Have him swoop down into the crowd. Yeah. Get some wires up here.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
DeMott almost with a steal in the inbound by Alisari comes down with it. Oh, pretty pass.
That was a great pass.
Fredonia can't finish it. There's Williams. He'll
Like
bring
he may
it back
have been
out.
fouled on the down underneath the basket. I'm surprised there wasn't a call.
Looks like Williams' defender's grabbing him.
Let's give Smith back to Williams.
I'd like to see Gibb Smith try to low off the dribble. Yep.
Lost the dribble. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Miller will take that three-pointer from the corner. Alisari thought about that three at the top of the key. He hit that earlier, and then DeMott called for the foul. 4th team foul for Plattsburgh.
Plattsburgh foul number 3, Jared Dumont, the second, team's 4th.
Tom Curl not happy with all these fouls called in the second half. He just told the ref, I think we're even from the first halves, because Plattsburgh had a major advantage in fouls calls. Alisari take a three in the eye of Antoine Miller, and it's good.
That gets the Fredonia bench all jazzed up.
But this second half, the offense, it's really not there at all. That's only their 6th point of the half. And for Plattsburgh, they've only had 3 points.
Yeah, Fredonia's lucky. Plattsburgh hasn't really had much of an offense in the second half either.
Yeah, it seems like.
That's why the lead looks like it's diminishing a little bit.
Yeah, it was 13 of the half, now it's 3, so, or 10.
DeMott for 3, count it.
Just as we say that, we drill a 3, so.
There's a nice pass between Gibb Smith and DeMott. DeMott faked the 3 so he could feed to Gibb Smith, and then Gibb Smith, as soon as he drew the double team, kicked it back out. Fredonia answers right back with a bucket of their own. Just over 11 minutes left to play. Gibb Smith being guarded by Adam Smith.
That was pretty good defense by Adam Smith to deny him penetration.
And DeMott hits another 3. He's starting to feel it.
It's a 3-point show here.
Plattsburgh now using they're still in their man defense. Gibb Smith is guarding Alisari now. Six seconds on the shot clock, and Anderson lost it. Williams, that's definitely a travel. I felt like it was a couple more steps than legal.
I thought there was a travel back on the Fredonia side.
Watkins back in for Fredonia. Adam Smith takes a seat on the bench. Donahue over to Anderson. Under 10 minutes left to go here in this second half. Plattsburgh up 50-36. Down low to Gordon. Gordon's shown he can hit that baby hook.
Yep, he displayed that a lot in the first half.
Gibbs Smith draws a double team. Re-entry to Gibbs.
It's tough because he wants a one-on-one isolation, but Fredonia's double teaming him every time.
He gets that jump of the fall. He now has 12. He needs to score a bunch more to get to our totals.
9 more. I think he can do it.
A lot more for mine.
9 more.
Watkins over Antoine Miller.
Looks like they're making a more concerted effort to get down low in the second half than they were in the first half. First half, mostly everything was from perimeter from Fredonia.
Miller thought about the three, kicks out to Anthony Williams. Airball, Gibbs Smith got punched in the stomach. No call.
And Williams went down at the same time.
That was a very Parker-esque shot right there.
And here's Williams on the layup. Off the break, nice feed from Antoine Miller to get the rebound.
I could have swore Anderson was going to get there for that block.
$8:15 left to go. Nice foul. There's a block by Gorham.
The crowd like that. Such energy on the block.
It's been a quiet second half so far from the crowd and from this team.
With the exception from that, the falling down three by Mike Deeds.
That was first half.
What'd I say? What, my bad.
Williams will drive again, draws the foul. Shot does not fall, but he will go to line and shoot 2.
I guess it's hard to get enthused, especially the second half, and it seems like almost nothing's happened.
Looks like, it almost looks like Fredonia started to get back into it because Plattsburgh got bored.
Anthony Williams, 75% free throw shooter. Connects on the first.
Into the game for Plattsburgh, number 23, Ricky Ryder.
Anthony Williams set for his second free throw, and he hits both. There's Anderson, top of the key. A three-pointer by Mike Kelly, short. Gorham up way high and draws a foul.
Fredonia foul number 23, Chris Donahue, second, team's third.
Ricky Ryder hits a two-pointer in the corner. Mike Kelly down low to Gordon. Loose ball, and Anthony Williams comes up with it. 7:20 left to play, and then there's technical foul called on Kevin Moore, the head coach of Fredonia.
Looked like a game of rugby on the other side.
You don't see the coach get called for a technical. Usually they'll let him red a little bit. I mean, we've seen, Coach Curl get upset with the refs a lot. I don't recall him ever getting a technical.
He's been very calm.
Well, today he's calm. He's up 18 points. Semester. This semester in the whole.
Williams shoots. The technical hits that one. He'll get one more. I thought maybe Kevin Moore was trying to get tossed there. He kept arguing with the ref, but the ref pretty much just walked away.
Maybe he's bored.
The ref did him a favor because he probably would have been kicked out.
Williams hits both. He's hit his last 4 free throws.
Hey, looks like he's still talking to the ref a little bit.
Plattsburgh's leading scorer with 17 points. Inbound goes to DeMont. Back to Williams. Over to Ricky Ryder, and Ryder is stripped by Donahue. Donahue. That was wild. Donahue just looked awkward there. Over to Watkins. Watkins' shot does not fall. And then a foul. Chris Gibbs-Smith was fouled by, I believe that's Kyle Gordon. Will be side out for Plattsburgh.
We need to get in the bonus here so Chris Gibbs-Smith can get closer to 21 points. So.
And Fredonia calls a timeout.
I really want to win. It's getting toward the end. There's only one more opportunity left. I want to win.
You want to win?
I want to win.
I think Fredonia, Plattsburgh always wants to win. Right now they're 6th in the SUNYAC Conference, trying to make it to 4th. So they had a home game.
And just a reminder to all you, PSTV will be back on the air with a complete schedule of regular programming starting February 20th. There are a few new exciting shows for all you to check out, so tune in to Campus Channel 10 and Charter Communications Channel 17 on February 20th and see all this fun stuff we're talking about.
I'm excited about Late Night Live.
It's going to be good. It's exciting. It's exciting. I'm interested for Smarty Pants, though.
Well,
that's going to be crazy.
I'm interested to see why you shaved your head. Give Smith on the breakaway, and he lays it up.
Yeah, we should have had someone taping that.
There were actually pictures taken.
There were pictures taken.
Yeah. Give Smith now with 14 after that layup. 6:40 left to go. And Ricky Ryder's going to be called for a foul.
Looks like Coach Moore for Fredonia is...
He's livid.
He's on his way out. He's one more foot stomping from being out.
Jared Lowe back in, and DeMont will take a breather.
DeMont hearing it from the crowd, he definitely earned it.
Kelly over to Elisari. Elisari hasn't done anything. No points here in this second half.
The jinx continues.
Oh, what a move, and the foul by Elisari.
Great move. Great move to try to maneuver his body around Gibbs Smith.
Wow.
Gibbs Smith only his first. He's been doing a great job staying out of foul trouble lately.
Sorry, cannot complete the three-point play, but knocked out of bounds. I think Gibbs Smith knocked out of bounds. No, it was last touched by Fredonia. Fredonia going to full court press, down by 26 minutes. So, they're going to try to cause some turnovers, try to get back into this ball game. Almost got one right there, but instead Antoine Miller is fouled by Chris Donahue.
Fredonia foul number 23, Chris Donahue, his third, team 6.
Team 6, so next foul, and Plattsburgh will shoot 1-1. They'll be in the bonus.
Looks like Fredonia quickly caught up to Plattsburgh in the fouling battle.
And Termelo tried to find Gibbs Smith. It was a nice idea because Gibbs Smith caught that. He was by himself.
I'm not sure. That might have been off. I thought that was off of Chris Gibbs Smith at first. I thought it touched his fingers. But again, we don't have as good angles.
Gibbs Smith's able to work it one-on-one, and he's going to beat almost any man in the SUNYAC Conference if you give him one-on-one.
Yeah, with that little hop step, he can get to the hoop on one hop step.
He now has 16, getting close to all our predictions. Matt Wolf, in the anticipation, he's excited.
Five more.
A couple more threes, and I'm in business. I laugh. He got over what I guessed. The one time I guessed under.
What did you say, Bobby? 18?
I said 18.
Well,
sorry for 3.
Now I have to worry about him getting one more and then getting taken out, which wouldn't be fair.
Gibbs Smith actually traveled. They thought he was getting a foul call. So did Tom Curl. Tom Curl actually just said, "How did I travel?" If the guy's holding him.
Posts an interesting point.
And a quick bucket by Fredonia. 5:30 left to go. Full court press continues. Williams breaks it. Almost lost it. Ryder comes up with it. Ryder being hounded. Kicks out to Anthony Williams. 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Fredonia's coach is still shouting. They're carrying the ball.
Give Smith. Kick out to Jared Lowe. Open for three. Good.
Excellent. That's how you do it. You penetrate and you dish to the open three-point shooter. Just a beautiful play all around from Plattsburgh.
And Alisari down low. He now has 11. And Ryder with pass to Williams. Picked. Oh, Ryder!
Oh, wow. That is not a sign of Ricky Ryder we usually see.
Give Smith with us. Almost.
And one. And one. Here we go.
He has 18, but now he has a shot and one.
So let's make the free throw here, please.
And that's great. He looked like he was going to dunk it. Did you see that?
I thought
and he pulled his hands at the last second.
Just like that famous Jordan dunk against the Lakers where he's going for the dunk and switches hands at the last second.
Jordan.
Oh, Michael.
Hand, wait, Jordan who?
Yeah, I think it was against the Lakers in '91 finals.
Jordan, I know. It sounds familiar. I can't put a face to the name. I don't know who you're talking about.
I know. Everybody looks the same, right? In your mind.
Gives Smith free throw.
Okay.
Falls.
All right.
And he's going to come out for James Miles.
Oh, no.
I saw that happening, so I was really hoping he was going to miss that, and then he would have finished the night with 18.
You are kidding me.
That's 19.
So he has 19. It looks like his night is over.
Well,
did anyone pick 19?
No.
Nobody had 19.
18, though.
21. That's what I said would happen. I said you get 19 to come out, I believe. After I predicted 21. Just like in the girls' game, missed it by 2.
Just like all the games, miss it by a lot.
Williams on the post. Shot doesn't fall. Anthony Williams with the offensive tip-in. Excuse me, Antoine Miller with the tip-in.
That's great. And, you know, he was known for his offensive rebounding
he's a
from
fine
the floor.
offensive rebounder. He's averaging 4.6 rebounds a game for a 6-foot point guard. That's impressive. Williams with a steal. No, he knocked it out of bounds. He almost had the steal. I thought he was fouled. He was pushed down by Chris Donahue.
This game got out of hand quick. Really escalated there.
Escalated quickly. And Anthony Williams, he'll take a seat with 17 points.
Brick killed a guy.
Saw that.
Good stuff.
3:30 left to go here. Matt Moore from Fredonia. I'm wondering here, Moore's a common name. I wonder if he's any relation to head coach Kevin Moore of Fredonia. Oh, and
the bank was open.
The bank was
I've always wanted to say that. The bank was open.
What I want to say is, take a look at Dan Harris. Looks like Brian Scalabrine.
Which number am I looking for?
45.
45.
Other side of the court.
Okay.
With the red hair from behind, I thought it was Brian Scalabrine, the former net, now a Celtic. James Miles over to Jared Lowe.
Yeah, except for the fact he's a foot smaller.
Corey Wright's three-pointer is no good. And then Dietz called for another foul. It's his 4th.
Plattsburgh foul number 22, Mike Dietz, is 4th. Team foul.
You know, a lot of Plattsburgh games we've done here have been Plattsburgh blowouts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, they have.
The first game we did, they beat Hartwick 68-43. Then in the Cardinal Classic Championship, they won 85-61. Then they defeated Geneseo 71-54. And then Green Mountain 82-39. So it's been a bunch of blowouts.
Yeah.
But they have played a lot of tight games recently. A few games, like won 3 straight games by 2 points, lost a 2-point game to Brockport.
Yeah, and these games are really good because it builds their confidence when they go into their next game.
And the margin of victory is big because they actually look at that as a tiebreaker for the playoffs.
What is Fredonia rank? They said they're 8th?
Fredonia is, yeah, they're tied for 8th with Geneseo. They're 4 and 8. Plattsburgh, after tonight, will improve to 7 and 6 in the SUNY Conference, which will tie them with SUNY IT.
Team they already defeated, I believe, correct?
Yes, they defeated SUNY IT. I believe.
2-point game. That was one of the 2-point games.
That was 2 weeks
they
ago.
Actually, they beat both the teams they're competing for with that 4th seed, so that's really important too.
And tonight, SUNY IT is battling Brockport, and the other team, Plattsburgh, is trying to surpass is Potsdam, and they're battling Buffalo State, who right now Buffalo State's the 7th seed. Brockport is the 3 seed.
So Plattsburgh needs a little bit of help to get that 4th seed.
Yeah, they need help. But they still got a shot. As Chris Gibbs, Curtis Smith said, he thinks if they can win out all 4 games, they'll make get a home game. And tomorrow's game against the Buffalo State Bengals is the last regular season home game for the Cardinals. So tune into that for the senior send-off. It's sure to be an emotional day for your Plattsburgh State Cardinals. And it's the seniors' last game, and it could be mine and Michael Cameron's last game. We also are seniors here.
It's going to be an emotional day in the booth for me.
It will. We're just going to have one big group hug after the game.
Plattsburgh can win and get us the home game to give us one more game of
one more go around,
illustrious Plattsburgh career.
I have a couple years left in the Berg, though, so possibly look forward to me again next year.
Brian Scalabrini
I know
misses a 3.
The fans are cringing a little bit about that.
Actually, it's Dan Harris. 2:20 left to go here. Travers going to come in for Plattsburgh. See his first action in the game.
Looked like there was some off the ball
like
a scuffle.
Rugby action.
And then surprisingly nothing was called. Looked dangerous. Coach Curl saw it too, apparently.
Oh, good eyes by, what was he, the mini franchise?
The mini franchise, Curtis's cousin. I liked his pass to James Miles, and Miles decided to pull it back out. Now he loses it, but he was able to knock it down to Antoine Miller as he was falling down. 1:40 left to go. And what's offensive foul?
Yeah, that was a clear offensive foul. He took his arm and just tried creating a little space. You can't do that.
And Jared Lowe takes a seat. Chris Travers in. He'll see his first action. And I believe every Plattsburgh State Cardinal has entered tonight's game. Dan Harris. Over to David Mack. Now here's Chris Kenzie being guarded by Corey Wright, and I think Corey Wright's going to be called for a foul. Yep, he is called for a foul. So Chris Kenzie will go to line and shoot 1-and-1. Next foul, Plattsburgh's in the double bonus. Here's Kenzie's first free throw on the 1-on-1. That one falls. Kenzie enters tonight's game averaging 66% from the free throw line. He comes in averaging 2 points per game and 14 minutes a night. He hits on the second. Full court press by Fredonia. Anton Miller easily breaks
Looks like he was just outrunning him.
You don't usually see just one man dribble by a double team on a press.
Yeah, I just see Antoine Miller dribbling by and 2 Fredonia guys chasing him.
Spin move by Corey Wright, and he got the layup to fall.
Wow, the whole Cardinal bench loves that. They love seeing all their players just come out and just dazzle them with moves.
Matt Moore for 3, air ball.
That was just an ugly shot right there.
Yeah, he actually spiked the ball back out of bounds.
Well, they were trying to save it, trying to throw it off a Plattsburgh guy.
Yeah.
It just didn't work.
It was weird, like he just kind of threw it straight down.
James Miles is fouled, so he'll go to line.
Oh,
this is a little excessive.
There comes a point where you just where you just don't do this in games. I mean, you're not gonna get a 25-point play. You know,
which
pretty ridiculous. That would make it fun.
That would make it really interesting.
But
I'm gonna make a call after the game.
I'm sure you have power like that.
See if we can swing that.
You have the power to get that done.
Yes.
I could.
The NBA Jam hotspots.
Pull some strings. Miles hits both. 45 seconds left to go here in this contest. Adam Smith, hop step, kick out to Kenzie. Now Kenzie back to Smith, and Smith is fouled by Chad Farmer. So Adam Smith will go to line and he'll shoot a pair. Plattsburgh's in the double bonus, that's a shooting foul anyway. Adam Smith comes in averaging, he's a 50% free throw shooter.
Well, then he'll make one. And nope.
Doesn't make that one.
There's the miss. The second one's going in.
According to Matt Wolf, that's one.
We call it the law of averages.
Here's his second. I hope he misses.
Oh, you hope he misses.
I was thinking the same thing, but Bobby just said it for me.
Well, just because you would feel stupid.
Just because you would feel stupid.
The two seniors are against me.
This is the hazing.
End of the year hazing.
Yeah.
Interesting timing.
Yeah, we decided to do it at the end of the semester.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the president know.
Tom Cole calls a timeout strictly so the PA announcer can announce that with Chris Gibbs-Smith's 19 points, he's went over the 1,000 mark for his career. Impressive job by Gibbs-Smith. That's the class act move by Tom Curl. I like that.
Yep, I like it when coaches do that.
First, I was wondering why he called the timeout, but then he understood. He told head coach Kevin Moore, Fredonia, like he said, sorry about this, you'll see what happens. And he got Gibbs-Smith his recognition, 5 seconds on the game clock. And that's how this ball game will end with a Plattsburgh 76-52 victory over the Fredonia Blue Devils. Gibbs-Smith led the Cardinals with 19, Williams 17. On Fredonia, Alisari finished with 11 points. And they really held leading scorer Tim Anderson. He only had 3 points. He looked flustered on offense and obviously only finished with 3 points. Join us tomorrow. We'll be back for both men's and women's games as Plattsburgh takes on Buffalo State in senior sign-off day, senior send-off. This could be their final game. So what do you think? What are you happy about the team tonight?
The team just played great. I know there's no real individual stat or thing that they did that I can really think of. But they did. They just played overall really good.
Yeah, I mean there was no weak spot today. Offense good, defense good.
All right, and now we're going to send it down to Renee, who has Anthony Williams. Renee?
Hey everyone, I'm Renee courtside with Plattsburgh's point guard Anthony Williams. He's all smiles tonight. Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
Now, how do you think you performed as a team tonight?
I think we performed well. I mean, Coach gave us a real good pep talk in the locker room. Told us every game from now on is going to be the most important game of the season. So we playing like the playoffs started today.
Okay. So if you win tomorrow, will you be a home game in the Final Four, or?
We don't know that yet. We just taking it one game at a time. We trying to win. You know, we trying to go into the playoffs on a good note. So we trying to win out, and we got a good chance.
Yeah, tonight you guys played excellent. And what do we have to look forward to tomorrow, do you think, against Buff State?
I heard they're a real good team. I mean, if we come out, we got to come out and, come out with aggressive, like every game is our last game. And, get the job done, that's all.
Well, thank you, Anthony.
Thank you.
Congratulations on a great game.
All right, thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Renee. The executive producer of Cardinal Basketball is Ryan Dillenbeck, the assistant, Shannon Lake, and the executive producer of PSTV is Stephanie Hunter. For Matt Wolf, Michael Cameron, our entire PSTV crew, this is Bobby Wilbur saying good night, everybody. It's a Plattsburgh 76-51 victory. Good night.